This is McToast from Blue Dwarf MC, and this is Jamie, and he's going to be showing us his Ghostrick deck profile.
Okay, so this is Ghostrick Mill. It's a little bit slower, but it's based off of more defensive plays, and then you just mill out your opponent's deck. And the cool thing about it is that they can't access any of the cards that you mill out, and it's just really, really good. So I'll just get right to the monsters. So I'm running 3 of each of the hand traps except for Mary. 3 of Ghostrick Lantern, you can negate any attack that's direct or on that face-up Ghostrick, and any special summons. 3 Jack Frost. Same thing except that instead of negating an attack, he flips the attacking monster face down. And he can only negate direct attacks, not attacks on Ghostricks. 3 Spectre. Spectre is more for consistency than anything else. If you start out with a hand that's a little slower, then you can go Spectre when your opponent destroys whatever cards you have. And if you start out with 2 Spectres in your hand, you can summon 1, and if it dies, then just activate the other Spectre and you get a +1 draw. And then 1 Mary. The reason why I only run 1 Mary is because most of the time you can plan on only taking damage once in this deck, and that is for the Ghostrick Mary play. So, yeah, I only run 1. For level 2s, I'm running 3 Ghostrick Doll. Doll is really awesome because you can use its effect every single turn, but it's trigger effect. So the moment it flips, it triggers. I've had people activate like a Fiendish Chain after it flipped already, and its effect still went off at the end of the turn and stuff, and if it's destroyed, then its effect still goes off, and it will flip all cards on the field face down, and then summon a Ghostrick from the deck whose level is less than equal to the number of monsters flipped down. For level 3s, I have 3 Ghostrick Yangshi, which is the searcher of the deck. It's cool because it's a flip searcher, which is really easy to keep on the field, and you can just use it every single turn. And if all else fails, like if you just start out with a Yangshi and a really bad hand, then you can set the Yangshi, and when your opponent attacks it, if you know that they're going to be able to destroy it, then search a Spectre, and then you get a +1. And then...
Okay.
Yeah.
Birthday
and then
party over there.
I'm running 3 of Ghostrick Skeleton, and this is your win condition in this version of Ghostricks. And he mills cards from your opponent's deck equal to the number of face-up Ghostricks on the field when he flips face up. And it banishes them face down, so they're completely inaccessible. It's really awesome. For spell cards, I'm running 3 Ghostrick Parade. Parade is really, really good. It's probably one of the best field spells I've ever seen. I mean, like, the new Cosmo field spell is better, but this one's like really awesome. Pretty much it makes it so that your opponent can't attack any of your face downs, and it forces them to declare only direct attacks, which means that you can pretty much negate any of their attacks with your hand traps and stuff. And then whenever they declare a direct attack, before it actually goes through, you get to search a Ghostrick card. So it's just really, really good. I'm running 3 Swords of Concealing Light. This card, pretty much, let's say your opponent summons like 5 cards on the field or something, they just spam, and then you use like a Ghostrick Scare or something to flip it all face down. Then you can go Swords of Concealing Light, and they can't have any monster plays for a couple of their turns, and that's just really, really powerful. Running 3 MST because this deck's biggest weakness. Yeah, it's a staple.
You run 3 MST, no exceptions.
But especially in this deck, like this deck's weaknesses are just floodgate cards. So
isn't that most decks' weakness?
Yeah, but this deck, like, that's its only weakness. Like battle, destruction effects, nothing, almost nothing works. But yeah, so 3 MST.
So now traps.
Yeah, traps. I've got the triple Ghostrick Scare because this card is insane. It gets all of your Ghostrick effects off on your opponent's turn, or your turn if you need to. And then it's pretty much the equivalent of Raigeki. So, yeah, it's really awesome. 3 Ghostrick Vanish. I've seen people run 2 of it, but I would recommend running 3 because this card, right now, the meta is very fast, and there's a lot of cards that can destroy your entire field, and that is the biggest weakness for face-down decks, because they don't get any of their effects if they die like that. And so this makes it so that they can't be destroyed or targeted for a whole entire turn, and it will protect your field spell and any face-up traps with Ghostrick in their name. So it just, for a whole entire turn, they're pretty much almost invincible. It's awesome. And then 3 Ghostrick Go Around. This card is more, I don't end up using it very far, like in late game, but at the very beginning it can be really powerful.
So it's not really good if you're going into grind games?
Yeah, it's more because late game you're usually using Ghostrick Scare and recycling it and just constantly flipping all their cards face down. This one only flips one face down. And I'm trying to see if I might be able to just take this card out for Ghostrick Break or something like that. But right now it's just in the deck, kind of more as a placeholder. And I have used it to win before, so it is good. And then the final card that I'm running 3 of is Needle Sealing, because this card is amazing. Pretty much, let's say that your opponent loads a whole entire field with monsters, and you just nuke them all, and you can continue doing that. So many people have planned around me doing like a Ghostrick Scare or something, and I just nuke their field instead, and they're like, "What?" Like, yeah, it catches them by surprise. It's just such an awesome card. So now I'm on to the extra deck. I only have 12 cards for right now because technically you only need like an extra deck like this, but I'm gonna tell you guys what cards I'm actually gonna add. But Ghostrick Dullahan, run 3 of him. He's your rank 1 play, and he has a quick effect that can half any monster's attack, and he gains 200 attack for every Ghostrick on the field, including himself. So if you have 5 Ghostricks on the field, then he goes to 2,000 attack, and then he obviously can pretty much beat over almost any card.
And a giant beat stick.
Yeah, and then he has a graveyard effect, just like Alucard, and I'll tell you guys what that does in combination with the Angel of Mischief. But 2 of So Cute Boss. Usually you don't use this card, but technically, if you really have no other options, then you can fall back on it. It will destroy a card whose attack is less than or equal to the number, like the attack of all the Ghostricks added up on the field, and it can destroy a monster with that. And then they can't use that monster card zone, so you can technically use it with like Swords of Concealing Light or something to lock them down. But it doesn't have like a grave effect, and so it's not as good as the others. And you can only make it with Doll.
That card's name is a pun.
Yeah.
Instead of succubus, it's succubus.
Yeah. It's actually called Succubus in Japan. But yeah, anyway. A Ghost Alley card. He's Dracula spelled backwards, just saying. Yeah, he is an insane card in this deck. You pretty much can just pop any card in directly. Like, your opponent's using Turbo Towers, flip their towers face down, and then pop it with Alucard. Just lots of really trolly stuff. Or the new Melodious card you can destroy as well. It's just really good. And then I'm running 1 Levier.
Because banishment is a thing.
Yeah, banishment is definitely a thing. And then 3 of Ghostrick Angel of Mischief. And this is the new card that we got from the OCG, or the new monster anyway. It has a win condition effect where if it has 10 XYZ materials attached to it, then you win the duel. But its main effect that it's used for is you can, every single turn, like detach a card and then search any Ghostrick spell or trap card from the deck. And what's so awesome about that is because the way that you make it is actually by ranking up from the other different Ghostrick XYZ monsters. Dullahan and Alucard both have a grave effect. When they're detached or sent to the grave, you get to add any Ghostrick card back to your hand from the grave. And so you get a +2 the moment that you summon her. Plus she's 2,000 attack and 2,500 defense. So she's an awesome card. And she's kind of the reason why the deck is really good right now.
So what were those 3 that you were saying that you wanted?
The 3 other cards that I don't have right now. I'm getting a Fortune Tune, a Mech Whipped Engineer, and a Slacker Magician, just as other plays that I can do, potentially, if I'm in a bind. But, yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe.